Christ was the final sacrifice, guys, the blood sacrifice. The reason we have, we are heirs to the kingdom of God, right? Hebrews, I'm saying Hebrews now, no more Galatians, we're done in Galatians. Hebrews 4:15, Hebrews 4:15. Hebrews 4:15. From 4:14, it says Jesus, the title is Jesus the Great High Priest. I don't even want to go, I don't even have time to go into the high priest bit that I wanted to actually about teachers. But from 15, for we do not have a high priest who is unable to feel sympathy for our weaknesses, but we have one who has been tempted in every way, just as we are. Yet he did not sin. Okay? He did not sin. That was the qualification of Jesus. That's what made him qualified. He was tempted in every way, but yet he did not sin. That's why he was qualified. His blood was qualified to be a sacrifice for all mankind, because he came as a man and did not fall in the pit of sin like everybody else. He was tempted in every way, but yet still he did not sin. That's why he was qualified to sacrifice his blood for us once and for all, because it had to be a pure sacrifice, someone who was pure and had clean hands. Now, chapter 9. This is the eternal redemption by his blood, not by goats. 9 verse 12, and I'm gonna reference back to Matthew 23. Verse 12, he did not enter by means of the blood of goats and calves, but he entered the most holy place once and for all by his own blood, so obtaining eternal redemption, because it was his blood. The blood of a man had to redeem the blood of men. You understand? I'll read into verse 13. The blood of goats and bulls, and the ashes of a heifer sprinkled on those who are ceremonially unclean sanctify them, so that they are outwardly clean. Do you hear that? So that was the reference back to Matthew 23, when they focus on being outwardly clean. Their focus was on the sacrifice of bulls and goats, because they believed that, yeah, if I just go and throw some blood around of a goat or a bull or a ram or a sheep, then I will be clean. No. The focus is what is on the inside. Yeah? Verse 14, how much more then will the blood of Christ, who through the eternal Spirit offered himself unblemished to God. Remember in Exodus 12, and I spoke about the lamb being without defect. That's the unblemished. Christ came tempted by every sin, but did not take of the sin. He was therefore unblemished. He was pure. Clean hands and a pure heart. That was the qualification to redeem mankind. That was the blood sacrifice that was needed. And we didn't pay the price. Remember what I said earlier, guys? We couldn't afford it. We had goats, we had rams, we had sheep, blah, blah, blah. We could not have clean hands and a pure heart. Jesus came, and from when he was born to when he died, he had no record of sin. Yet he pleaded guilty on our behalf, so that we might be adopted back. We might be redeemed of the guilt of sin, the perpetual, eternal guilt of sin that we were in, because we were sacrificing the inadequate, I want to say response to sin. That's not the word I'm thinking of. Price for sin. So Jesus came and did it once and for all. Signed, sealed, delivered, done. Yeah. So what am I saying here today? Because I need to finish this service now. You're an heir to the kingdom because of the blood sacrifice of Christ that came and redeemed you from the eternal guilt of sin. This world is designed to keep you in a mindset that you are not clean. It wants you to forget that you have actually been paid for. The price has been paid for your sin. once and for all, and that you are an heir to the kingdom of God because of the blood sacrifice of Christ. You can be a king, you can be a queen. You are royalty in the kingdom of God because of the sacrifice of Christ. The next step of the journey is becoming the king and the queen. But just as this is the first installment to know that you are an heir to the kingdom of God. So stop living in darkness. Don't be a Pharisee, guys. Don't allow the use of the Pharisees to tell you that you're not good enough. You are good enough. Christ made you good enough. That's the whole point. So let's make our way back to God. Let's go home. Go home, back to God. His arms are wide open. He's waiting to have you. He loves you so much. He sent Christ because he loved you so much. And he wants you to come home and to reign as kings on the earth.